Hey party people, all you stingers out there. Today we're going to do some maintenance on the Mustang. We're going to change the oil and do a little lube job on the polyurethane bushings. Now what I need to say for all you people out there watching this, it doesn't matter if you have a Stang, it's any car that you drive. If you want to keep that car running good and last as long as possible, you have to do routine oil changes. And an oil change is one of the easiest things you can do at home by yourself. Or you could go someplace and have them do it. I know some places charge anywhere from $25 to $80 depending on the car that you have. But you know what? An oil change is real simple. You can do it yourself, and it really increases the longevity of your engine. It's simple maintenance, and I tell you what, you keep the oil clean, change it once every 5,000 miles, and your car will just run great for a really long time. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you how easy it is, and maybe you'll learn something today if you didn't know how to do it already, for some of the people out there that don't know how to do it. And yeah, to show you how to do a simple oil change and how to do it yourself. Pretty simple job. Okay, first we're going to drain the oil. You got to get your car up on some ramps. Something safe so you can get underneath the car. I suggest ramps. They're nice and sturdy. Get underneath, gives you a lot of clearance. And what you're going to need is a pan to drain the oil in. My car needs 15mm wrench to take the drain bolt out, and maybe a rubber mallet just to hit the wrench to loosen the bolt from the drain pan. So we're going to go ahead and drain the oil from the car right now. Later you're going to make sure you need the right amount of oil and of course an oil filter. So let's drain the oil first. Okay, you're going to locate underneath your oil pan, which is right here. Your oil pan usually has a drain bolt right there. We're going to remove this drain bolt and the oil is going to come out. And you want to have your pan positioned down underneath the drain bolt to catch all the oil. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a 15mm wrench on it, knock the bolt loose, pull the bolt out, and drain the oil. And we are draining the oil. Okay, when all that oil's gone and drained out, put the plug back in. Tighten it up. Okay, now with the oil drained and the plug installed back into the oil pan, we're going to change the oil filter. Okay, now you need to locate your oil filter. Keep your pan by your side, because there's going to be some oil that leaks from the oil filter. And what you're going to do is you're going to get an oil filter wrench, and you're going to put it on the oil filter like so, and you're going to turn it. Let's see here. You're going to turn it counterclockwise to loosen. Now when the more loose the oil filter gets, it's going to start to leak oil. So make sure you have your pan underneath the oil filter when you take it off. Okay, now that you've removed the oil filter and it's draining in your oil pan, get your new filter out of the box, and before you screw on your new filter, this rubber seal, this rubber ring around the top of your new oil filter has to be lubed. So get some clean oil, put it on your finger, and make sure you rub it around the rubber seal on the filter. You got to lube that up real good. Have some oil on it, so when you screw it back on, it seals proper. If you don't oil it, it won't seal proper, and when you go to start the engine, it could just leak a lot of oil out. So make sure you get some clean oil and lubricate that rubber seal on top of the filter. Very important. Okay, now with your new oil filter back in place, you're ready to fill the engine with oil. Okay, now we're going to put the oil in. Believe it or not, my oil pan takes 8 quarts. Mustang GT 2011. It's got a big oil pan, helps keep the oil cooler for a high performance engine. Yeah, 8 quarts. But your car might take less. It might take 4, it might take 4.5 quarts, might take 5 quarts or 6. Just look at your owner's manual, and your owner's manual will tell you how many quarts to replace to put into your oil pan when you're ready to change the oil. Find the oil filler on your engine. It's usually marked in yellow, and it tells you what weight you should be using. We're going to take it off. We're going to put a funnel on there, and we're going to pour all 8 quarts for my car into the engine. Alright, after you put the oil back into the motor, put your cap back on, wipe it down, and you're done. See, pretty easy. Change your own oil, save some money, make sure the job is done right. You know, it'll only take you 20 minutes unless you're doing a video, which took about 40 minutes for me. But yeah, make sure the job's done right. I've heard a few oil change horror stories, and you save some money while you're at it. So get out there, change your oil, and make sure your car stays alive for a long time. All right, see ya. Bye-bye.